We go to overtime, tied at 1. The Bucks get a break. Todd Sabrowski a free kick, and he buries it in front of the left-hand post. Pandemonium up north. The Bucks are going to the Final Four for the first time in school history.
Right there. As soon as I hit it, I knew that was it. All-time crack, I knew it was in.
Todd Sabrowski was a walking contradiction as an All-American soccer player at Whitworth University. He was a defender, but few were better at scoring goals and setting up scoring opportunities for his teammates. He was soft-spoken, but his actions on and off the pitch encouraged his teammates to follow by example. Ultimately, Todd Sabrowski was the most decorated player on one of the most accomplished teams in school history. Todd arrived at Whitworth in the fall of 2002 as an attacking right winger out of Oregon City, Oregon. He played as a winger during his freshman season at Whitworth and made an immediate impact with 7 goals and 6 assists as the Pirates began their ascent up the Northwest Conference standings with a third-place finish. But head coach Sean Boucher saw something in Todd's game that led to an inspiration. Boucher said, "We wanted to get more players involved in our attack. An onside back is a difficult position to defend. Todd had a great ability to drive with the ball, and you rarely see a right-footed left back who could attack. We thought he might be able to open up a lot of opportunities for teammates and himself." Boucher was right. Sabrowski was one of the leaders in the Northwest Conference with 8 assists in 2003, his first season as a left back. He earned first-team All-Northwest Conference honors as a sophomore while he was still learning to play the position. Whitworth was in the thick of the league title chase until late in the season before finishing in third place again. At the same time, Todd was establishing himself as a leader on his team, despite saying few words. Teammate Chris Johnson says that Todd was a leader by example. He was always working on his craft, repeatedly taking free kicks, practicing long balls, and working on shots. Despite his natural talent, he was so workmanlike, which rubbed off on the rest of us. Trevor Osborne, who shared defensive responsibilities with Todd as a starting center back, and who was also his roommate, says Todd was a difficult person to describe. He was generally a quiet leader, but he could also be loud. We called him the mayor. You know when you are doing well at something and someone says you are going to town? Well, Todd was the mayor of that town. Todd used the lessons he learned as a sophomore to break through as a junior in 2004. He led the Pirates to a Northwest Conference title and to the NCAA Division III tournament while scoring 8 goals and posting 11 assists. He was selected as the Northwest Conference Defensive Player of the Year, first-team All-Region, and as a National Soccer Coach's second-team All-American. But for Todd and the rest of the team, the bitterness of an unexpected loss in the second round of the NCAA tournament left a burning desire to get even better in 2005. Osborne remembers Todd as the kind of player who would sacrifice his body to make the necessary play. He says, "In 2005, we had a rough physical match at George Fox. Todd saved a ball from crossing the goal line by diving into the post. He was the kind of guy who never boasted about his ability or complained about his injury." During Todd's senior season in 2005, the Pirates repeated as NWC champions and reached the NCAA tournament. Sabrowski repeated as the Northwest Conference Defensive Player of the Year and as an All-American after scoring 11 goals with 6 assists. And he scored the most important goal in Whitworth history, an overtime free kick against number 1 ranked Trinity that sent the Pirates to their first NCAA Division III Final Four. Osborne says now, "We took for granted how unique Todd was as a player. He was a left back who scored goals and set up his teammates in a variety of ways. He was skillful but determined. He was an athlete who broke the mold as a player." Todd finished his Whitworth career as the Pirates' all-time leader in career assists with 34 and with 27 goals. His 88 total points ranks second all-time in school history. Following graduation, Todd moved back to Oregon City, where he now serves his community and his country as a firefighter for the Portland Fire Department at Station 30 in Northeast Portland. Much like he did as a soccer player, Todd continues to look out for what is best for the community around him. In 2010, Todd married Brandy, and they have 2 children, Gage and Kaylee. Ladies and gentlemen, for his groundbreaking excellence on the soccer field, for his quiet ability to lead his teammates to unsurpassed accomplishments, and for his lasting impact on the Whitworth and Portland area communities. The Heritage Gallery Selection Committee is proud to present for induction Todd Sabrowski,